We're reading Rebbe Nachman's wisdom, we're on his praises, 18. The Rebbe said to me, men and women are alike. He did not have a single wayward thought when looking at a woman. To him, it was no different than looking at a man. He once said, I am afraid of neither woman nor angel. This requires explanation. A person may cleanse himself totally of evil thoughts. However, as long as he has the slightest fear of such thoughts, he is not completely cleansed. This slight fear indicates that he has not yet attained absolute purity. Therefore, he must fear an angel. This was the Rebbe's meaning. He had no reason to fear his thoughts, and therefore he did not fear any angel. Our sages allude to this concept to some degree, as the saintly Rav Amram said to an angel, I am flesh and you are fire, and I am better than you. The Rebbe explains this excerpt in Likutei Moran. Read his words carefully and you will understand. 19. During his childhood, the Rebbe constantly visited the grave of the holy Baal Shem Tov. He would speak to his great-grandfather and ask him to help him draw close to God. He would go at night, even during the great winter frost. After leaving the gravesite, he would immerse in a mikvah. The town of Mezhbush, where he lived as a child, had two mikvot. One was inside the bathhouse and the other was outside in the courtyard. The Rebbe always chose to immerse in the outdoor mikvah, even during the great frost, when he was thoroughly chilled from his trip to the Baal Shem Tov's grave. It was a long walk from the Rebbe's house to the cemetery. Then the Rebbe could spend the whole time at the grave. After this, he had another long walk to the mikvah. He would arrive there frozen, but would still use the outdoor mikvah. He forced himself to do this in order to gain total self-mastery. All this took place late at night, when he could not be seen. I heard this from another person who had heard it from the Rebbe's own holy lips. The practice took place where the Rebbe was no more than 6 years old. The Rebbe concealed his devotions to such an extent that there were often humorous results. One icy winter morning, he went to the mikveh and returned to the synagogue with dripping wet peyot. The people looked at him with surprise, wondering why his hair was wet. They never imagined that such a young child was immersing in the mikveh, and thought that he had washed his hair. But washing one's hair early in the morning on such a frigid day seemed ludicrous. So they dismissed it as another one of his childish ways. No one ever imagined the truth. So completely did he conceal his devotions. The same was true of his many great fasts. Not a single person knew about them, not even his parents and relatives. Only his wife knew that he was not taking his meals, and he made her swear not to reveal it. The Rebbe used every device possible to conceal his fast so that nobody knew about them at all. 20. When the Rebbe left Mezhbush and went to live with his father-in-law, there were still many occasions when he wanted to speak to the Baal Shem Tov. Since he could not actually visit his gravesite, he would go to the grave of a renowned Rabbi Yeshaya of Yanov, in the nearby city of Smela. He would ask the famed tzaddik to transmit his message to the Baal Shem Tov, telling him what he needed.